Welcome back to another episode of Up the Score Show. In today's episode, we're going to be having our Southeast Division predictions. All right, so like I said, in today's episode, we're going to be predicting what's going on in the Southeast Division. And y'all, who do y'all think finna be the worst team? Hornets, Wizards, Heat. But before we could even do that, we got to Tyler Hero out the first 8 to 12 weeks, so basically 10 weeks of the season.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of
It's a possibility that Charlotte could be better than y'all in the 10 weeks.
man. They're healthy to begin the year. To begin the year, yes, but like, do they stay healthy? Like,
No.
let's say to begin the year they're better than us, right? Are we better than the Wizards?
Yes, because they
Man.
I would say yes because they don't have Jordan Poole anymore, so they putting the ball in the hands of Bud Carrington, who I don't think is the starter in this league. So Washington should be the worst team. Charlotte is the fourth. Miami is the third by the time the year's over. I'm gonna just do my quick ones. Atlanta is the second, and Orlando is first. Y'all can rearrange it however y'all want.
I don't know, man. Washington has this one rookie I like a lot, man. Like, he is a Kobe Bryant,
Clay
dude.
Johnson.
Trey Johnson, no, call him Kobe Bryant, man. He's mini Kobe,
Oh
dude.
my god. Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
goodness, they got
Uh,
Kobe Bryant,
you know,
Bilo,
yo,
Coulibaly.
bro, I swear to God, bro, like the Kobe minions, bro,
Oh my goodness,
they don't even realize that they're playing in the wrong era of basketball.
dude. Okay,
Cam
okay, okay,
Cam
okay.
Thomas is a part of that era, bro. Like
Yes, yes.
they don't realize that they're playing in the they don't realize that that gimmick and that role and that archetype of player. The thing is that if you don't have a like, what people got to realize, Kobe at that time, what made him separate from everybody else is not just the work effort, is because he was one of the first. He was one of the first players at that time to have that archetype and to be and extend through the pack. If you look at who was the best two guard since Jordan left from that time, the two guard position was a lot of a lot of the two guard position was, get the ball, go up and score, shot create. But a lot of the other stuff, a lot of the intangibles, a lot of the other stuff, a lot of those players didn't have. Kobe did. That's what made him the best. Usually, what makes you the best is your competition. 9 times out of
Bilo
10.
and Coulibaly out for the first couple weeks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Colorado. Yeah, yeah. Washington is definitely gonna be in the shitter.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
definitely gonna be in the shitter. Trey Johnson, bro, he plays no defense. He's a bench player.
I don't know. I look. I
He
just
but he
watched
is
him
but he
play.
is 6'6", so like I might
Yeah,
he may start. So like I mean, in
he
terms of
he only
archetype,
shoots threes. Like, he's a 3-point chucker though. Like, he
yeah, he
like,
is.
you know how Kobe like shoots leaners in the mid range.
Yeah.
He
He
keeps
shoots
doing that
leaners
at the
at the
three,
three.
and I'm
He
like,
he
yo,
he
Kobe
did he
shooting
he
three.
he think the NBA is 2K26. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's
Yeah,
out there
yeah,
just
yeah,
bombing
yeah, yeah,
leaners.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. He played like 2K26, bro. It
Yes.
be perfect, and it's like, if he's gonna consistently hit that with the Wizards, that's valuable. Like,
Right.
maybe at least a Kyle Korver off the ball. I don't know.
Kyle
He's
Korver.
he seemed like he got potential, man, and he could shoot. He could shoot.
Yeah, he got potential and he can shoot.
Yeah.
Yes, but we need to stop overvaluing players just because they can shoot. We need to stop overhyping players just because they can shoot. Steph Curry, like I hate to tell people this, but the Steph Curry archetype is not gonna work when he leaves. It's gonna be chopped. The reason being is because the Warriors just so happened to build a team around him in one of the weakest damn decades of basketball in the 2010s. It's just only memorable because of 2016 and everybody like what happened. The Steph Curry archetype is about to die, and I'm about to enjoy it because it ruined basketball in the first place.
Trade Master Larry, CJ McCollum, and Chris Middleton. If they're
Garbage.
on the worst team in the division, where do they go?
I don't know if they're tradable. They have $30 million in contracts. Both of them have over 30 million
Exactly.
players, but they do. But I will say they have expiring contracts.
Both of them, right?
Yeah, so that's the biggest value they have right now is the expiring contract. So you dump off a Zach Levine's salary if you wanted to. Kyle Kuzma, you can dump off his salary, trade him back.
Yeah.
So they have value with the expiring contract, but as far as contributing to an actual NBA championship roster, it's probably over.
Nah, I disagree because look,
Wait. It's not over because of their talent. It's over because of their contract.
No, I think their contract is the reason why it's possible. Teams who need Reynolds, like your Rockets,
We don't need
Reynolds. What if y'all team is? What if y'all got at the trade deadline 5 losses, right? And Fred VanVleet's still on the team, and you could just go for it all and get CJ McCollum.
We still have draft capital, so I doubt we trade Fred VanVleet for CJ McCollum. We probably make a bigger move, like getting a Kobe White point guard, or even DeJounte Murray. Just a better point guard at that point. We have a bunch of draft capital.
I mean, but what if CJ McCollum's playing 5-2? You feel me? See, CJ McCollum isn't bad.
That's not an upgrade that's worth it, in my opinion, at least. That's the last scenario. Taking another deal on the table, trade Fred for CJ McCollum. I wouldn't even do that. I just wait till I see Fred's back next year. Honestly, I just don't see him.
But I said in this world, y'all got 5 losses, and you still just wait till Fred's back.
Yeah, CJ McCollum's not worth it. He's just not. No.
Wow. Okay, CJ McCollum is washed. Where else would be able to use CJ McCollum?
There's definitely teams out there, but his contract, it's not going to happen. It's $30 million. If no one's going to trade $30 million to get CJ McCollum. Not like a bad team like the Sacramento Kings trying to rebuild, trade for CJ McCollum, get the expiring contract. But OKC Thunder is not going to trade for CJ McCollum because they have their defense. They're not going to trade for. They're not going to give up $30 million within their roster salary cap for an expiring contract.
I'm looking around.
Bad player.
Almost every NBA team on this list, and like I can't find a CJ McCollum home either. It's almost looking like
if you want to 3-team trade with Jazz, get off of trade Larry Marketing, get some expiring contracts, and reroute Larry Marketing somewhere they wants to be or a better team. That's like a trade that Kyle Kuzma, Chris Middleton can get involved with. But as far as adding CJ McCollum to the Wolves roster to make it better, that's just not going to be a case scenario for them.
Yeah, I'm looking at the what you said, the Wolves.
I'm saying like if you want to add CJ McCollum as their backup point guard instead of having Dante DiVincenzo, it's not going to work because CJ McCollum makes $30 million. You'd have to give up Dante or Randall or.
What about Mike Conley?
Mike Conley and Dante DiVincenzo will get it done, but why would you trade? Why would you make that deal?
It's not an upgrade.
It's not a clear upgrade of CJ McCollum and Mike Conley. Upgrade. No,
it is. Yeah, it is.
Especially when you add DiVincenzo, I don't think so.
That's the like annoying part of the trade. I agree, but Mike Conley is not. He's like old. If you have CJ McCollum, Edwards, Jaden, Randall,
I don't think it's a huge upgrade. I don't think it's a huge upgrade. And you're not. It's not gonna be a one-on-one swap either.
Yeah, but it also gets you off of contracts, and that's what the Wolves been trying to do, kind of get cheaper than they. I mean, the Wolves would be the best spot, the only spot for him though. Hornets.
I think they're getting rid of both of them, him and Dante DiVincenzo to get CJ McCollum. That doesn't make sense to me. Or it's either that or they trade Julius Randle. That's literally it.
Not Randle. Not Randle. It'd be like them trying to upgrade Mike Conley. Or he just go,
I don't see them trying to trade Mike Conley and Dante DiVincenzo. I don't think it's worth it.
So the Wizards just gonna go into the year of money, whatever. Wizards in last place, whatever. Who would you have in fourth? Miami Heat got Tyler Hero out for the first 10 weeks, so Norman Powell will be starting at shooting guard.
I don't know. I think Wizards are last, but Heat and the Hornets are debatable. Depends on how LaMelo's injury history is going to catch up with him.
Do you think he finally stay healthy?
I mean, we'll see. But then the Heat have more established players. Bam's always going to be there. Bam's probably better than any player on those three teams combined right now, honestly.
I disagree, man.
I mean, LaMelo Ball, you can say LaMelo Ball, but as far as
and like
so
we're living in a world where like it's the beginning of the season, so LaMelo's healthy. You know, LaMelo's healthy. He could average 30 a game.
That's true. And they have established, but they don't have a big man either. I think there's a lot of big men in the league. And that's one of the deficits right now. We see Pacers to have deficit at that big man spot. So that's going to be a big weakness for teams. I think not having a big man. He got Kelly Ware and Bam Adebayo.
You're right.
Yeah, so I think that's could be also a big strength they have. And Tyler Hero comes back, I think that's a clear cut.
Yeah, now when Hero's back, yeah, I agree, clear cut.
Yeah, I'm going to eat. That works. Yeah,
but Hero's out for 10 weeks. You feel me?
That's not terrible. We'll be back in December.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like they're gonna have 3 months of healthy LaMelo, and we're gonna have hurt Hero. You know?
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just gonna go with the Heat though.
What about the Hornets or the Wizards?
I think the Hornets have more established talent, especially we talk about LaMelo Ball. He's definitely a better player of the two. Also, like Alexander Saw, they have more of a built roster. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Brandon Miller. I think he's a talented player as well. So that he's gonna be established. Miles Bridges. When you go down that roster, just a small veterans and talent you can kind of depend on that's gonna play their role. I'm not sure what Wizards are gonna do. They're still kind of developing talent on their roster. Not sure who's who yet. Alexander Sarr is kind of probably him and Bob Carrington probably the most solid. These guys are going to be what they're going to be. But I'm still waiting on Trey Johnson, who's going to be a big part of this roster. And Don Knickbo and Hornets, he's not going to be having that much of an impact like Trey Johnson. So there's like
I think he'd have an easier job though because LaMelo is such a good playmaker.
Yeah, but he's not going to play as many minutes either. He's not an integral part to that team like
we'll
Trey Johnson.
We'll see.
Colin Sexton's there. Trey Mann is there. LaMelo Ball is there. There's a lot of guards.
Yeah. He's 6'7" though, so he can play small forward.
Yeah, could be with Brandon Miller. So yeah, not a lot of
it. Yeah. I agree. Hornets could sneak in the playoffs, in my opinion. Like there's a world where if this team's healthy, that the Southeast has 4 playoff teams, or no matter what 4 playing in teams.
Yeah.
Leaf, who do you have number 1? I don't really remember who he said he had number 1. Number 1, I'd probably lean toward the Magic. But if Porzingis is healthy, I like the Hawks in the playoffs more. Because Trae Young experience, Porzingis experience, they have a center. They be able to space out court. And you feel me? Porzingis can match up against the teams in the finals better if he was healthy. So I just see a higher ceiling with the Hawks. But in the regular season, I feel like the Magic, if this team is just healthy, last year they showed us a lot, and the whole team was almost not qualified for awards.
Yeah. Not sure.
And they clearly made the playoffs, and the whole team wasn't qualified for awards. So, the Hawks, hopefully Porzingis could, stay healthy, and they could be the 2nd seed.
That's fair.
Yeah, who would you have number 1?
Wait, I got Orlando number 1.
Yeah,
that's number 1. Number 2, I understand the Kneppel and all of these intangible players type of thing that the Hornets guys going on, but however, those players, those rookies, are going to figure out how stupid that organization is, just off the strength of how they train, how unserious players are about winning. You know what I'm saying? So PJ Washington figured it out. whatchamacallit from the Celtics, he figured it out. And now Ryan Calvin and Colin Kneppel, they're going to figure it out. And I don't really think there's no change in the air for that team. I think Miami just strictly off of coaching, they're going to be the third best team in that division, strictly off of coaching, and strictly off of coaching, not coaching. Number 2, I got the Atlanta Hawks by default because the Atlanta Hawks, they're not a team that really overachieves in the regular season. Trae Young still has the same habits. I don't think anything's going to pick up. Their wing scoring needs work. Porzingis they're hanging on a thread about Porzingis being healthy going forward. But in terms of like archetype players and defensive players, they really have that with Dyson Daniels. Zachary Richardson, bro, like he's starting to become a solid 2-way player. But I have Orlando. This is a by default division. I have Orlando number 1 by default.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, I there's a world where the Hawks could be number 1 if like Porzingis is healthy. But yeah, I bet Orlando's gonna be 1.
I don't see any world where the defaults don't happen. I mean, it could happen, but I just don't see it. Like I'm just trying to picture it because I know that Porzingis 50-game years are pretty much done. And I'm pretty much like aware that this is probably the last time he's going to get a nice fat contract. Probably the last time around. So I think Porzingis, in terms of long-term health, is a joke. And I got Orlando. I got it as upset. Orlando, Atlanta, Miami, Charlotte, Washington.
Trade Master Larry.
Yeah.
What could the Orlando Magic do at center to become a contender, like legit contender? Walker Kessler.
That's a possibility. Jazz or young team, they might want to keep him, but I think they're kind of not expired his contract, but they're ready to move him. I do think they're ready to move him, so that's a possibility, definitely. Some draft capital, maybe, I don't know. Trade away.
Did they give up all their draft capital for Desmond?
They still have some left. They didn't give it all up. So I mean, I don't know.
Shit, give up the rest for Walker.
You put some strong protections on it. That's possible.
Give it all up for Walker.
You said the Magic. Yeah, it's not bigs in the league right now. Nick Richards on the Suns. He's the available center, third string.
I guess, but man, I guess.
Yeah, there's really no centers in the league right now. Everyone's kind of on their team that there would be.
Yeah, I'd give it all up for Walker. No cap. Yeah, but thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode of Up the Score Show. In today's episode, you just heard that was the Southeast prediction. Go tune in to the rest of the episodes. We're doing a whole division series, and thank you everybody for tuning in once again. Have a nice day and God bless.